What's up guys, Adam here with another video, and in this video I'm going to be talking about the basics of electrical outlets. And while electrical outlets are definitely not one of the more complicated installations, in fact they're one of the more simple installations, there are quite a few things that a lot of people either don't realize or don't fully understand about these. So I'm going to really be touching on the basics of these, and this might be a great video for new homeowners that are looking to tackle a new electrical project, and maybe you are a homeowner and you've worked with these before. Maybe this will serve as a great refresher for you. So I'm going to be going over the basics of them, a little bit about different situations as to how to install these, how they should be wired, and I'm also going to be touching on one of the biggest mistakes, or I should say one of the more common mistakes that homeowners make when they're installing their own electrical outlets. And it's definitely one to pay attention to, so be looking for that. So let's go ahead and get right into the video. All right guys, so this of course is your basic electrical outlet. And there's nothing really very fancy about it, but there are some things that you should know before you start working on them so that you know that you're doing everything the correct way. And of course, before you start working on any electrical project, you need to make sure that your power source is off before you really start handling all of this. So of course, you'd have to go to your main panel and shut off the circuit breaker that supplies the power to the outlet you're going to be working on. And then after that's off, you're going to want to use some sort of a multimeter in order to test to make sure that your power is in fact off. But going back to the electrical outlet, if you flip this over on the right side, you're going to see these brass or goldish looking screws on the right side. And these are going to be your hot screws. This is going to be where your electricity is going to be coming in from your panel. Conversely, over on the left side, you have these silver looking screws. And that is going to be where your neutral wire is going to hook up to this outlet. And of course, down here towards the bottom, you have a green screw. And that screw is your ground screw, where your, most commonly, it's going to be a bare copper wire is going to connect to that. So now let me show you a couple different configurations as to how this is done. So in order to do a standard setup, you're going to need a black wire, a white wire, and a ground wire. And these are all going to be in your box already, and they're all going to be connected. Then what needs to happen is you need to have them curled so that they can go underneath of these screws and then tighten down on. Now, there are electrical outlets. A lot of them are going to have these holes in the back, which is where you can strip down the wires and then shove them into the holes, and it'll just hold it in place, and you don't have to use these screws. I definitely do not recommend doing that. I do not think they hold nearly as well as if you put a nice curve or bend on the wire and then clamping it down with that wire. Now, an easy way to make these bends in your wires is most of your wire strippers are going to have these holes in them. And all you got to do then is put your wire just barely in through the hole. Once it's in there, then you just turn it off and curve it just like so, and then it's done. You can also do this using a pair of needle nose pliers. So then we can take our wires with our bends or our half circles and actually connect it to the outlet itself. So we're going to first attach this black hot wire, which is going to be bringing the power in from the main panel, and we're going to attach it over here on the right side where you see these brass or goldish looking screws. What we're going to do is we're going to take that loop and we're going to put it underneath of the screw head. Now, I mentioned earlier that there's going to be a very common mistake that I'm going to show you, and this is not it. That's going to come a little bit later, but it just dawned on me. This is also going to be a very common mistake that people make. A lot of times what people do when they're installing their wiring is they'll just take that loop and they'll just put it up over the top of the screw like this instead of like this. You want this wiring to be going in a clockwise direction with the screw. And the reason for that is so that as you're tightening down that screw, which is in a clockwise direction, it's going to be pulling that wiring in closer to the screw head, making that loop tighter and just making a much better connection. You'll also see down here on the bottom where this wire is resting up against this little notch. That's going to really help hold this wire in place so that it can't go up and down. And now we just need to screw down our wire and make sure you tighten it down nice and firm so that that wire cannot move out of place. And so then you would just do the same thing for your neutral wire over on the side with the silver screws and your ground wire. All right, so this is our standard outlet setup. So you've got your hot wire coming in to the hot side, you've got your neutral coming in on the left side, and you've got your ground wire. But there is another setup where if you wanted to have this top outlet operated on a switch, what you would do is if you turn it back over here to the right side, you've got this tab, and it is connecting these two screws. And with that being connected, when the electricity is coming in through this wire, it's also sending electricity up to this top screw as well. But if we remove that tab, now they will be independent of each other and they would have their own power sources. All right, so now I've got this outlet set up for a switch. So I've got my red wire coming in that's bringing in the power from the light switch. We still have our black wire there. We've removed that tab that was connecting those two screws together, so now this can operate independently. And of course we've got our neutral wires and our ground wire. So now let's talk about one of the most common mistakes that's made when installing these electrical outlets. One of the most common mistakes that's made is either cutting too little insulation off or cutting way too much insulation off. So if you cut way too much insulation off, you'll have a bunch of exposed wire here that is sticking out the back of the electrical outlet without any insulation on it protecting it, and it certainly can cause issues along the way. And if you cut way too little insulation off, what will end up happening is when you go to tighten down these screws onto the wiring, it's not going to be able to tighten down all the way. It's not going to make good contact. That screw head is not going to make good contact with the wiring itself because there's insulation underneath of that screw head. So it's not going to make good contact, and you're going to have arcing and overheating, and ultimately, at the very least, you're going to eventually cause this outlet not to work anymore. So if you take your electrical outlet and you turn it over on the back, almost every single electrical outlet is going to have this. Somewhere on the electrical outlet is going to be a strip gauge, and down here on this one it's down here, and all you do is you take your wiring, you slide it into that template, and when it stops, you would make your cut at the edge of the electrical outlet. So this way you know every single time you are cutting the correct amount of insulation off of the wiring to be sure that you are getting a good connection. So once you've got your mark, you would just mark it with your fingers, take your wire strippers, put them on where that mark is, and then take the insulation off. And so now, as you can see, I have the perfect amount of insulation removed from the wire. So now all you have to do is make your half circle, and then you can connect it to the outlet. So now, as you can see, we have the perfect amount of insulation removed. All of the exposed wire is making contact with the metal where it's supposed to on the outlet. All right, guys, so that's pretty much the basics of these electrical outlets. I hope that you learned something new, or maybe it helps serve as a good refresher for you before you really tackle that electrical project you have coming up. If you did, please let me know by leaving a comment down the comment section and also giving the video a thumbs up. And if you like how-tos and do-it-yourself type videos for around your home, that's what this channel is completely focused on. We have a bunch of videos coming out on new projects and also videos on repairs and maintenance for around the home. So consider hitting that red subscribe button, and I hope to see you in the next video.